Greetings, folks. This is Mason Weaver. As usual, having a little problems with my feed. Can I seem to get this thing turned around up here at the end? We're going to ignore this. This is leavetheplantation.org, and that is our new organization that we have been trying to set up for last year or so, and we have succeeded. We have a good site up now at www.leavetheplantation.org. Today is June 8th, 2019, and President Trump had previously announced his tariffs on Mexico. And I'm going to explain to you the fellow got. Republicans come out against Trump, and the press, of course, is blowing that up. Republicans are splitting with Trump. And I'll tell you the history of mankind. Look at the districts all these politicians are coming from. Look at the district Republicans are coming from and Democrats. This is the local issue, folks. You got farmers who are going to be hurt. You got automobile operators who are going to be hurt. Taking care of their people. They have to come out for the home team and criticize Trump and fight against Trump. But overall, Trump understands this is a war. And in a war, you have casualties. In a war, it is destructive temporarily. Mankind wants slave labor. The history of man, they wanted slave labor. So Mexico and China are very popular because they ensure cheap products from slave labor. In Mexico, folks, let's admit it, Mexico is controlled by the gangs, the cartel, the drug cartel, especially in northern Mexico. They shut down Mexico. And the Mexican government has been elected and selected by the blessings of the cartel, and they're trying to protect what they're doing. In Mexico, they're not a poor nation. In Mexico, though, their anti-poverty program is sending their poor to America, and they're sending back $30 billion or more to their homeland, to their families. So Mexico don't have to pay for welfare programs, don't have to pay to educate these people, and they can send them north, and they will send money back. So that's still the best interest of Mexico. Mexico then will allow the slave labor people in Mexico to build your cars and to build your products and to send things to America. So they're making money on American companies building and employing people in Mexico. It works for them. Slave labor has always worked for slave owners. But President Trump is saying to Mexico and China and Europe, we are tired of supporting your slave system financially with American dollars. We're tired. And so President Trump told Mexico, you got 8 days. 8 days, and we're cutting this mess down. In 8 days, we're going to start charging you. How dare you send your criminals to us? MS-13, does anybody here think that MS-13 gang members came across the border to pick tomatoes? You think they were sent across the border, or they volunteered to cross the border to pick strawberries in our fields? They are sent by the gang, the drug cartel, to set up distribution networks for drugs in your neighborhood. And we're still not fighting back. We're still saying, well, we can have an anti-drug program. Shut the dang on border down. Arrest these clowns, send them back, and charge Mexico for every illegal we send back to them. Everyone that comes to our border, we should put a tariff on them and reduce our aid to Mexico. We got a drug interdiction agreement with Mexico. We send troops and training to go back into Mexico to help stem the flow of drugs. They're getting millions from us to do that, and we're getting more drugs coming through. So take $1 million away for every 10,000 illegals come across this border. So President Trump said, you know what, Mexico, you got 8 days, buddy. We're going to shut this mess down, start increasing your tariffs 5% up to 25% until you stop this mess. Stop the people coming across that border, or we're gonna charge you for it. Mexico, they sent a delegation immediately that day. They sent a delegation to Washington to talk to Trump and his people. How can we avoid this? And everybody started screaming because it's a short-term problem, folks. Short-term pain. Stock market went down because there are billionaires who would love to crush the American economy so they can get rid of Trump and get back to making money. They'll take a temporary cut in their income and their money and their revenue to create an environment. That's why you see the stock market going up and then crashing down and going up and crashing down. These investors are trying their best to manipulate the stock market so that you will lose your 401k, lose your jobs, and you see reports about the tariffs have already erased all your tax reductions. Your tax cuts have been gone by the tariffs. So what are they saying today? Mexico surrendered. What are all these commentators saying today? We have won. They gave they gave Trump everything he wanted. We gave up nothing but the tariffs we hadn't even implemented yet. They're going to send out their National Guards to patrol their streets, looking for the drug cartels, the sex traders. They're going to restrict people in Mexico and give them jobs there to come from Honduras. They gave us everything we wanted, and we gave up nothing because we have a negotiator in chief. So now Mexico has agreed, and we're going to avert the tariffs on them, but it's still hanging over their heads. It's still hanging because we got a thug in the White House, man. This dude does not play. He is representing Americans. He went to Europe and stood there and said, "Hey, you know what? You're free because of us." This dude is everywhere he goes. It's America first. He is not shy about it. He is not embarrassed behind it. And all the people in the country and across the world who say how unpopular Trump is, the mayor of London, saying he's not welcome there. Not your city, folks. I wonder would he say that during World War II after we left and went to Normandy from England to kick Hitler in the teeth. America is the greatest country on this planet, and now we finally have a president who's going to make us even greater. Mexico has fallen. China will give up. China is trying to teach Mexico how to deal with America. Are you kidding me? They're saying keep it personal, keep the pressure on. What pressure? Your slave labor needs our resources. Every socialist and communist country needs a capitalist big daddy. I am so proud of President Trump. He has shown us once again he is the dominant force in the world politics. This untrained politician, this guy who's not trying to please anyone except you and I. So, by the way, this is June the 8th, as I said, and on June the 19th, 11 days from now, my new book comes out. Why the Democrat Party Hates America. You can get that on my site. We're going to have it available at ClarenceAMason.com, leavetheplantation.org. The price is $20. If you sign up and buy that book before it's published on the 19th, you will get an autographed copy from me. And if you indicate how you want it autographed, I will even autograph it personally to your friends, your mother, yourself. So get that book, Why the Democratic Party Hates America, and then join leavetheplantation.org. Give us your email address because, folks, you know social media is shutting us down. They're gearing up for the elections. We will not be able to communicate with each other with news. I need your email address so I can send you notices. We have a newsletter coming out. We have to get off social media for our information. They're going to shut us down. They own it. You see now the Department of Justice, Trump, is knocking on their doors now with this antitrust stuff. That's just the opening salvo. Our Trump is going to come back to Google and Facebook and YouTube and say, wait. You're a private business. You can deal with who you want to deal with, but because of liberal pressure, they got these discrimination laws up here now that you can't be mean, you can't discriminate, you got to be tolerant. So we're going to use this hard to wake up the social media folks. So I'm just curious if you're interested in joining us. Let me know. My email address is masonweaver@masonweaver.com. But sign up underneath the plantation so that you can be sure to get our information. We got a lot of nice folks coming on board. You're going to really enjoy the broadcast. We're doing a live video from there, and so give us a call, give us a note, and join us. Watch the press. Watch the stock market on Monday, folks. On the stock market, with the world now trying to increase their slave status, you watch Boeing. Watch the Boeing stock. There, I think, artificial pressure now to try to knock Boeing out. Boeing is the number one stock performer last year, almost almost doubled, I think, in their stock prices. There was a concerted effort to knock down Boeing because it's a big defense contractor. Watch Boeing. The problems with the jets have been fixed. There have been a few more problems with their products. Watch Boeing on Monday to see how this is going to go through because trade with China and trade with Europe will both affect Boeing. And there's a lot of pressure, artificial pressure, to reduce Boeing down to a painfulness. While at the same time, Apple, with a lousy product line now, lousy customer service now, is they try to prop them up. So watch that. But as you see, Mexico has surrendered quickly because no country can survive not doing business with us. None, not a single solitary one. And President Trump is now using that. He is insisting, that you respect us. So now, as he came back from Europe in Normandy, all the press, the fake press, is saying how we're disrespected. No one has any respect for America now. You know, notice how they said the same thing when Bush was president and Obama was running. We lose our credibility. No one respects us. They say the same thing about Trump. They don't have to respect us. They have to trade with us. We're not looking for respect. We're looking for leadership. They respected us when those troops marched up from Normandy to Berlin. They respected us then, and they respect us now. So I want to say, folks, stay right or be left. Eternity is a long time a long time to be wrong, and we're going to win this. Relax. We got this. Praise Donald Trump, God Almighty. See you later, folks. And by the way, I'm not saying Trump is God Almighty. All you nuts out there, let me stop. All you nuts out there, I'm not saying Donald Trump was God Almighty. Donald Trump is a servant of God Almighty, as I. Take care. God bless you.